My grandpa years ago bought a rigid truck to transport our livestock from the farm through to Port Lincoln in those days, and then later that my dad drove for Granny and Pop. Then the Tumby Bay area itself, we were carting some general supplies back, and that grew and eventually overtook the livestock. We still continue to do both, and we still do today.
When Woolworths first surfaced, I saw that as another opportunity for our business to partner with Woolworths and create to supply a service to the Port Lincoln store. Woolworths has definitely influenced our business. It's influenced the trucks that we purchase and when we purchase.
The truck runs 6 days a week, so we need to get the boys having a day off. So there's 3 drivers hot seating in Port Augusta. It'll go for the truck will leave Port Augusta, go to our Adelaide depot, and then we have another driver in Adelaide who'll go from our depot. So 2 guys will go and load the trailers to get that sped up, that process, back to our Adelaide depot, hook up the 2 trailers and back around to Port Augusta. Then it will be hot seated, another bloke will jump out, another one will jump in, and will come around to Port Lincoln store, and that bloke will deliver the 2 trailers to the store.
So D&S Smith are our carrier to Port Lincoln, so they service that store with produce 7 days a week. They get ambient loads 6 days a week, they get composite loads of freezer and chill and confectionery and security multiple times a week.
Our transport company are really wonderful. Obviously being so isolated and 700 kilometres from Adelaide, we really rely on our carrier to support us. Our supply chain has been really crucial to us, particularly about a year ago where we lost power in our town for 3 days, and it really was a crisis time for us, and our supply chain was absolutely fantastic in working together and getting us what we needed.
So we offered one of our fridge pans, we parked that in the Lincoln depot, and we're able to keep that running and keep that produced at the certain temperature it needed to be for over 24 hours at least for the Port Lincoln store. And just one of those 1%ers that we talk about that Smith Haulage strive to do to keep the store in the top 1% of all stores in Australia.
Woolworths in Port Lincoln have got the best produce in town. We always shop here. I actually am the manager of Community House, and we really encourage healthy eating and out in amongst the disadvantaged people, and some education on healthy eating.
We rank 15th in the nation for our Voice of the Customer for produce, which is an awesome result, and logistics and supply chain play a massive part in making sure that produce stays the very best quality as it gets to our store.
Been very fortunate picking up some really great people to work in our business and represent us on the road, and so staff are an integral part and a very important part of our business, and critical actually, sorry. We always try to have the same staff do the same job where they're familiar with the loading.
Yes, the D&S Smiths are quite regular. We always deal with Lou quite a lot. He's a good driver. He's just real happy on his job. He's always here on time.
So we rely on our staff to build relationships with our customers, and that's where we're very lucky with our staff members to do that. And we've got staff members, the majority of our staff members actually have been working for us for 5, 10 plus years, and are part of the family, the Smith Haulage family, if you like.
We get a lot of feedback that are out on the coast roads and stuff with our grain trucks, that they're considerate and they don't speed. And communication is so important as well between the office staff, the drivers, and building relationships with staff.
Some of the core values that I believe have built this business to where it is today is the emphasis on good equipment, on good staff, and providing the best possible service that you possibly can. To ever be in a position to win the Woolworths Safety Award would be a colossal achievement and honour to be recognised for some of the things that we do in this industry, and it would mean a hell of a lot to me to ever be considered for that award.